I'm going to try. I didn't know I had used up that much time, so I'm not going to give any background. I was talking about the Center for Disease Control, Dr. Robitzer, and I was talking about when the antifreeze was put in me, April Fool Day of '80. After I had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd of '79, wrote the book about mind control and how you can program people to go out and kill, do anything the programmer wants them to do. And this is the mass murders at Virginia Tech. I'm in Roanoke now and have been for a while. And the Fort Hood shooter was from here. He was actually born in Roanoke, Vinton, finished school at Blacksburg, Virginia Tech. So there's a long list of them. And look around you when the kid goes out and kills the Columbine and the ones that are just going on, and they end up killing themselves. They either shoot themselves, they're under the program to shoot themselves too, or the police get them and arrest them, and they won't tell you about mind control murders. It's an invisible weapon, but then the ones I tell about can be proven, but they're not going to tell about it because they have to tell about me, the ugly truth of what this country and part of my family has done to me. Now then, if I don't lose my train of thought here, well, anyway, I was talking about Robitzer, a beautiful doctor, mentioned me in his book, The Power of Psychiatry. It was published, I believe, in '80, and they killed him in '80 or '81. He listed 10 of my cases, and I'd never met him. Now then, I want to say that I did speak with his wife later after the antifreeze was put in me, and I can hardly talk or anything. His nephew, I believe it was, when I called the number, Robitzer's number, home listing, he said something to me. It's been so long in the condition I was in, something about I wrote about powerful people. And there was more to the conversation. He was nice. He told me that Dr. Robitzer's wife was working now, how do you say this? This is a complimentary position given, I guess, by the university, Emory University, to her as his wife. She said to me, and there was a click on the phone, and back then if you said your phone was bugged, well, you were paranoid. Bugged it may be. You may have a letter from the FBI and everything, but hey. But anyway, she's being nice to me and letting me know. Now then, she said to me, and she wasn't being mean, it was more to get my attention, make me think. She says, I have an honorary position here where my husband was, Dr. Robitzer. Her name was Jan. And she said, but hey, I'm getting all the royalties from his book. I've got this position. Why should I try to help you? Now then, the woman was not being mean. She's one of the few that wasn't. But you stop and think about it. Because of repercussions that people have, well, part of them just because I'm British. And they kidnapped me, and it's a one big jolly joke to them. And they can't wait to do me in. But that being said, I think I covered that. The one thing I wanted to mention, though, here, because there's another one of these out. There is another, I believe it's caused from a virus that's very bad that is in Europe now, but one has just, so the news said this morning, one place in the United States they've reported anyway. And it's very deadly, is my understanding. But I want to go back to the book I wrote that never got published, and Mind Control Murders Done in Patterns. Now then, I'm trying to tell all this back then with what's going on to me, and people are calling me every name in the book. You have no idea what was done to me, and most people don't care here. But I tried to tell people when there was about 7 or 8 victims that were published by the Center for Disease Control as being HIV infected, and they said the virus started in South Africa. Bull. And that's all I'm going to say, bull, because I was researching and everything for the book out at Emory, at the cancer, right down from Piedmont Hospital. There was a cancer thing there, medical center, and they wouldn't even let me come through the door. They already knew before I'm coming in. So I don't want to get lost on that. I've made too many tapes already. If this one's even going, I think it is. But the first 7 or 8 were done in patterns. Now then, you draw from what I've said whatever you want to. Does the Center for Disease Control work for you? Are they working for the New World Order? Now, I have an immune deficiency, or it's an immune disorder is what it's called. Remember, I just told you that they use the spray, not spray, they use the, well, this is a product of it. I start skipping. They had to mow let me show you one more time, and then this is going to go off, and I'm not going to do another one today. And I'm not even sure people want to connect it anyway. Well, it seems I can't. Hey, I'm trying to get down. I'm trying to live, and it's pretty hard at 75 when you're getting worked over. But like the fumes from, and this took a big, well, they had one of the big mowers, tractor mowers, and one smaller one, but it's a big place, and it's right outside my door. And I don't care what you do, you get the fumes right here. I think you can see that. Anyway, if I'm skipping a little, that's what it is. And that's kind of what I wanted to say. That's caused my body to deteriorate. I've been force-fed chemicals probably before I even knew it about the disorder, was diagnosed with it, but since '86. And this is medicine. Now, what I want to say, it's a immune disorder, and being force-fed the chemicals, because they have really worked me over, has caused me now, it's caused liver, vein, kidney, heart, you name it. It's caused me to have shingles. This is the medicine. I'm going to show you the medicine for shingles. And I can't get well when the chemicals are being force-fed me still. Now then, I want to get into the immune system being disordered. See, I told you. Immune system being depleted. Let me use that word right at the moment. Now, you go back to what was going on with the Center for Disease Control and the HIV. That has to do with your immune system, what it does, lowering your ability to fight infections or fight diseases. And to the one that now they're saying, well, the Center for Disease Control was the one that told about that today over the news. Now then, I want to ask this. What's really going on here? Your media, controlled by the Rockefellers, should have been telling you about my kidnapping a long time. From the very first, they knew about it when I was kidnapped. Instead, they covered it up. The Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the Washington Post. If you think Katharine Graham was good, you should go back and know what, when I walked into her office, happened. And I had a letter from the FBI's cover and where I'd done the book. And her husband, Philip Graham, who was on ComSat, the defense satellite. You see where I'm going? You see where I'm going? His death was attributed to suicide. Mind control was used in it, but this woman is not she's dead. But I hope you get to see what she did when I went into her office with enough things on me that there was she already knew who I am. It's because I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, my father's Edward VIII, the New World Order, which she was a part of, and the Myers, her father, that owned the Post. And he bought up so many papers in Florida, etc., the media, TV stations, so they control the media, the New World Order, not just them. I just wanted to throw that in. So I guess that's all I have to say. I pray that I live that the world knows about what they've done to my father, the lies to a decent man, to my mom. They